I'm gonna harvest some comfrey and throw it on my compost pile. And in the process, I'm also gonna uncover some strawberries that are growing underneath the comfrey. And then there's a higher layer of willow, as I'll show you here. So this is my lower patch. There's a bunch of perennials right down in here. There's comfrey lining it. This used to all be grass, but this year I made these all potatoes. But over here is where I'm gonna work. So there's comfrey all inside of here. And these are all different breeds of willows I've been collecting. And then underneath are strawberries. So I have no idea how those strawberries are, but I'm gonna hopefully uncover it, see how they're doing, and then throw the comfrey in my compost pile. All right, so this was my weapon of choice for this, but I've used like just a regular knife, but I like that this didn't fold, it was fixed, so I just knew what it was gonna do. And then the comfrey plant, I just kind of gather it up with my hand and make sure that I'm not getting like a tree in there or something like that. And I hold it like that, and I pick this up and I slice about 6 or 8 inches, just making sure I watch out for my hand. All right, so you see I just cut it off like this. And then I've been throwing it down behind me, which, yeah, we're getting a nice pile and we're uncovering some strawberries. I mean, this is like a fertility just producer for my garden. So I could either put this on a compost pile, but I might try using as much of it as I can for mulch around these trees, just depending. You can see there's a lot of strawberries down here. It's really cool because all of this is free mulch. I don't know if I'm going to put it down under the strawberries right here. I don't think I am. I think I'm going to try to move it over to my actual compost pile. I'd like to make some more compost for like fall carrots and beets and stuff like that. So I'm just walking down the aisle here, stepping on this comfrey, just to kind of smash it down, so maybe it's easier for me to bundle and kind of carry over to the compost pile. All right, so here is just that one aisle way, cut the comfrey, and I piled it over here, kind of like a little windrow. I mean, that'll probably really go down once it starts to break down, but this is going to be where my summer compost spot is. I got a bunch of shade here, so it'll keep it moist under here as I want to. And here's some brown material that I'll add as I add kitchen scraps to this. I don't trim everything at once because I like to leave a lot of these for pollinators, but also I've got tree rings in here, and I gotta make sure, like, there's a hazelnut right in there. I want to make sure you can get plenty of light and everything. And I kind of switched tools now. I'm using this little knife. I like it for this. And all of this, I probably will just cut it and then lay it down around it. So you can see I've cut all the comfrey in this area down. And this time I just dropped it right where it was on top of the actual comfrey plants. And they'll just push up right through it. These are like peonies over here getting ready to bloom. So I kind of uncovered that guy. And you see gooseberry, and this is a serviceberry. There's some walking onions, hazelnut, another gooseberry, seaberry, and then there's some vetch making nitrogen, different herbs. Oh, there's a Nanking cherry I gotta make sure I don't lose too. And I cut it and laid it down in front of my greenhouses. I use that as a barrier to keep out weeds, but also just throw it down and it's just going to turn the fertility that the beds just inside can access.